right now. This is ABC Montana, local news at 10, your local news leader.
Tragedy strikes near Glacier, where just hours ago a mountain biker was killed in an attack by a grizzly bear in the Flathead National Forest. Good evening, Montana. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ben Kaplan. Katie Widener's off tonight. A grizzly attacks and kills a man in the Flathead National Forest just outside Glacier National Park. What makes this even more shocking is the fact that it happened just outside of a KOA campground. ABC Fox Montana's Mackenzie Allen is on the scene. She sent us this video. The Flathead County Sheriff's Office reports that shortly after 2 this afternoon, 38-year-old Brad Treat, a law enforcement officer with the U.S. Forest Service, was riding his bike in the Half Moon Lakes area less than a mile from the KOA. Treat, who's from West Glacier, was mountain biking on a trail with another man when he apparently came around a blind corner and ran into the bear. Treat was knocked off his bike and then attacked. The other man escaped and rode for help. When that help arrived, Treat was pronounced dead on the scene. Now, the incident is under investigation by the Wildlife Human Attack Response Team of the Montana Department of Fish, Wildlife, and Parks, as well as the U.S. Forest Service and the Flathead County Sheriff's Office. Authorities are still searching for the bear. We're efforting a report from Mackenzie Allen. We hope to have it for you in just a few minutes. People recreating in the South Hills of Helena are asked to be extra cautious after FWP has confirmed sightings of a mountain lion there. Hikers and bikers are encouraged to carry bear spray. Ron Osheim, the communications director for Fish, Wildlife, and Parks, says if you do encounter a mountain lion, this is how you should act.
If you do happen to encounter one, you want to make yourself look big and intimidating and make a bunch of noise and then back off slowly.
Osheim says by looking intimidating, you reduce the odds of an attack. Of course, if any more sightings are reported, we'll notify you here on air and online at kfbb.com. A plan to monitor bear population in and around Yellowstone National Park is in the works. Researchers plan to track grizzly bears in parts of Montana's Gallatin National Forest as part of the plan. The areas where the work is being conducted will be marked with warning signs. Biologists with the Interagency Grizzly Bear Study Team will begin baiting and trapping as early as Friday on federal land and adjacent private land at the southern end of the Gallatin Crest and in the northern Absaroka Range. The Montana Highway Patrol says a body was found burned beyond recognition inside a vehicle in Stillwater County last night. According to the Billings Gazette, the body was found in a 1987 Chevy El Camino, which appeared to have gone off the road and then got stuck. A fire apparently began either inside the vehicle or on the grass nearby. As of tonight, it's unclear how long that vehicle and body had been sitting there. The identity has not yet been released. 2 area fire departments responded to an out-of-control barrel burn at around 11 this morning west of Great Falls. The fire spread to the grass and threatened some structures in the nearby area. The Manchester and Vaughan fire departments responded to the scene and were able to get that fire under control in about 10 minutes. Donald Henslin, the assistant fire chief for the Manchester unit, wants to remind everyone to water their lawns because even though the grass may look green, it is still very dry and can easily catch fire. The Observation Point wildfire is burning near Hamilton in southwest Montana, and it's exploding in size, sending Ravalli County into a state of emergency. Firefighters are calling in reinforcements to battle the 630-acre fire, and the state of emergency allows the Ravalli County Sheriff's Department to order evacuations if necessary. Level 1 evacuation notices were given to about 200 households so far. The fire is still only 5% contained and is now burning at almost 700 acres south of Hamilton. Steep terrain and high winds are providing a tough challenge for the 129 firefighters on the scene. Moving north, less than 48 hours after a fire destroyed an iconic baseball stadium in Columbia Falls, the community vows to rebuild. Given the level of damage, which authorities say was caused by fireworks, a lack of insurance to pay for a rebuild, well, it might seem like an impossible task. Not so fast, say coaches with the Columbia Falls Baseball Association. In fact, we're told several people have already made donations to bring the grandstands back to their former glory.
Knowing the way that these hardworking people rally behind a need like this, I have no doubt that this will be rebuilt and bigger and better than ever.
A car wash fundraiser scheduled tomorrow at the Night Owl restaurant in Columbia Falls. That's, of course, where they're hoping to bring in some bucks to help pay for this. This incident as a good reminder to be careful when using fireworks, especially during streaks of hot weather. Okay, we're going to get back to the top story of the night. A mountain biker killed outside of Glacier National Park just hours ago. ABC Fox Montana's Mackenzie Allen was on the scene. She spoke with family members of the victims. Here's what she heard.
The woman I spoke with declined to go on camera so as to not identify her cousin before the rest of the family is notified, but she tells me he worked for the Forest Service and was mountain biking just a few miles from here when he was killed. But shortly after I left the scene near the KOA campground in West Glacier, Flathead County Sheriff Chuck Curry identified the victim as 38-year-old Brad Treat. Treat served as a law enforcement officer with the Forest Service. The tragedy is forcing some campers to rethink their plans.
I'm out every morning jogging with my dog up and down the street, and all we can see is forest on both sides, and I think sometimes the dog is sensing something, but I'm not. And now realizing that these bears or other wild animals could be this close is a bit disconcerting.
Dave Ritzek hasn't been carrying bear spray, but says that's going to change.
Probably should think about it going forward. If we run tomorrow and the next day, we're going to be here for 11 days.
As a reminder, anyone who goes into the backcountry is urged to carry bear spray. Reporting here in West Glacier, I'm Mackenzie Allen.
And we're told the bear has not yet been located, but wildlife officials are continuing their search. It's been hot as of late. We've also seen thunderstorms along with that hot weather. ABC Fox Montana's Melinda Zosh in for Chief Meteorologist Ted King with a first look at what we can expect as the weekend grows nearer. Melinda.
Hey there, Ben. Well, we're looking at pretty decent temperatures in the 80s and 90s next few days. Chance of thunderstorms tomorrow, but the weekend is looking pretty nice as of now. Let's take a look, though, at Big Sky Viper radar. Well, there are some showers right around Butte and Bozeman at the moment, so we're looking at showers and thunderstorms, so to the south of Helena. Great Falls area, though, is looking pretty clear at the moment. Now, high temperatures today, it was in the mid-80s in Great Falls, so we can be expecting a lot more temperatures in the 80s, especially as the weekend comes around. Helena, 91 degrees. Right now, Great Falls, the skies are looking pretty clear. It is in the lower 70s. Winds are picking up a little bit, though, at 11 miles per hour. And in Helena, it is currently 77 degrees and partly cloudy. Now, looking ahead this evening, we can expect lows in the upper 50s, so temperatures cooling down a little bit. Chance of some thunderstorms later, but right now, those thunderstorms are right around Butte and Bozeman. Tomorrow, we're looking at temps mid-80s, chance of showers. Looking ahead, though, to the weekend, more warm temperatures and more sunshine in the forecast. That's all I have for weather for now. Ben, I'll send it back to you.
Okay, Melinda, thank you. New tonight into the KFBB newsroom, a Billings woman now says that Berry Beach, known for being granted clemency by Governor Steve Bullock, sexually propositioned her 12-year-old daughter earlier this year. According to the Bozeman Daily Chronicle, the girl's mother says she filed a report against Beach in January after he picked up her daughter, who was walking down the street, and asked if he could touch her. The girl said no. Beach then asked if she would touch him. The girl reportedly continued to say no, and Beach eventually dropped her off at a nearby home. Beach told the Associated Press on Wednesday evening, so tonight, that he has nothing to say, but that it's wrong what's being done. The Calumet Refinery in Great Falls has officially resolved several air quality violations dating back to 2014. Part of the resolution has resulted in nearly $56,000 being paid to the state. According to the Department of Environmental Quality, in March of 2014, Calumet failed multiple performance tests. One of those was for exceeding the maximum level of nitrogen oxide, as well as failing to monitor sulfur dioxide levels. These directly violate the Clean Air Act of Montana. Since the incidents, Calumet has corrected the issues and paid almost $56,000 in administrative penalties. The man accused of sexually assaulting a minor in the restroom of a Helena Health Club last night could be looking at a lifetime behind bars. Police were dispatched Tuesday afternoon to investigate a report of a female minor who was sexually assaulted in one of the restrooms at the Capital City Health Club. Officers were able to locate the suspect, Andrew Hahn, and detain him last night. Police aren't pursuing any other suspects. Hahn appeared in court this morning and is charged with a felony of sexual intercourse without consent, which carries a maximum sentence of 100 years in prison and a minimum of 25. His next arraignment will be July 13th. His bail set at $500,000. The Paris Gibson Award has been presented to its 7th winner. ABC Fox Montana's Amanda Rowley caught up with this year's recipient and shares Arlene Reichert's thoughts on this very prestigious local award.
You might know Arlene Reichert as the Bridge Lady because in 1996 she played a key role in preserving the historic 10th Street Bridge. And who better to receive the Paris Gibson Award than the woman who calls the founder of Great Falls her hero.
To be awarded the Paris Gibson that's an award. It's just a great honor for me.
When the 10th Street Bridge was faced with a wrecking ball, Arlene stepped in to save the day. And so, Paris Gibson's last gift to Great Falls is still standing today. And every Friday, you can see it lit up with blue.
She was a very easy pick, and it's very special this year because this is her 90th year. Can you believe it? If we, she could be a mentor for all of us. If we could all be that active in our 90th year, how blessed we would be.
As part of winning the award this year, Arlene also received a $500 prize from Steel Excedra to donate to the charity of her choice. A tree planted at Elks Riverside Park with a marker and plaque, and a ride in a 1985 Crown Victoria in this year's 4th of July parade. In Great Falls, Amanda Rowley, ABC Fox Montana News.
And speaking of the 4th of July, well, it's right around the corner, and that means lots of events and fun to look forward to. We'll have some of the details from the things going on here in Great Falls when we come back.